Welcome to the Anomaly Factory. In this VHS tape, you'll be learning and discovering all the numerous entities and anomalies we have in this ginormous factory. So, let's get over it quickly. In the top corner, we will have the entity's name, and in the other top corner, we will have other info that is optional to read. Under their name, we will have general info that we will read aloud. And on the side of all of that, we will have an image of the entity. So let's get straight into it. Entity number 1, Flesh Mountain, located confinement 6. This entity looks just like a mountain, but made out of flesh. It likes to absorb its victims by strangling them with tentacles. I remember the horrors of 1986. So yeah, stay away. Michael Stoves, 1990. Entity number 2, Shadow in the Suit, located confinement 8. This entity is completely harmless unless you get too close to him. If within 3 feet of him, he rips you into pieces and he morphs you into things, so stay away. Michael Stoves, 1984. Entity number 3, Brain of Eyes, located confinement 2. Oh boy, this guy. A floating brain made of flesh and eyes. The only way to survive this entity is to stay completely out of its sight. If you're in its sight, it sends you to a maze with flesh and eyes on the walls, floor, and ceiling with absolutely no exit. And Mr. Jacob, Michael Stove, 1984. Entity number 4, Headless Man, located confinement 3. This entity does no harm. He does sometimes make a head and face out of flesh, and it can be creepy at first, but he shows no harm. Michael Stoves, 1984. Entity number 5, Camp Killer, located confinement 1. This entity is believed to be related to entity number 3, Brain of Eyes, based on past subjects being led to the same maze as some of entity 3's victims. Anyways, this entity likes to lunge at its prey, so stay away as usual. Michael Stoves, 1990. Entity number 6, the Torn Man, located at confinement 9. This entity was actually made by mistake. Anomaly Factory just wanted to test out what this mutated slug does to a human. It lunged into his mouth, and boom, here we are now. Michael Stoves, 1991. Entity number 7, the Sad Man, located confinement 4. This is the least known and most depressing entity we have in confinement. We try ignoring his screams by putting a soundproof door, so don't worry if you want to pay a visit. Michael Stoves, 1985. Entity number 8, Spiky, located confinement 7. Trust me, you do not want to come in here for many reasons. First, he attacks anything that moves. Second, it's 307 degrees Fahrenheit in here. And third, he's fast. Check out what happened in 1989. So yeah, stay out of confinement 7. Michael Stoves, 1990. Entity number 9, Sky Ripper. This entity only appears on Earth every 150 years. He comes from planet Jupiter and kills and destroys wherever it lands with no warning, but it's highly unlikely for him to occur in your lifetime, so don't worry too much. Michael Stoves, 1979. Entity number 10, Doors, located confinement 11. Arguably, this is Anomaly Factory's cutest entity, a species. Entity species. These fellas have a doughy texture and are not so dangerous. They are also a species, so there are some we have not even found yet. And yes, you can pet. Michael Stoves, 1987. Entity number 11, Y, located confinement 10. This weird entity is a Y-shaped creature with holes, flesh, guts, etc. Flesh, guts, etc. come out of these holes. Holes when he... Oh my god. Sorry guys, I have a really bad stuttering issue. Entity number 11, Y, located confinement 10. This weird entity is a Y-shaped creature with holes. Flesh, guts, etc. come out of these holes when he moves. Anything that looks into his holes, he lunges at you and makes you part of him. Michael Stoves, 1982. Entity number 12, the Terror Cyclops, located confinement 13. This entity is usually not much of a concern. All you really need to do is not look into its big eye. Jaden, an Entity 12's eye became a huge mouth with gas spraying out of it, killing him instantly. Michael Stoves, 1969. Entity 13, Photo Snapper, located confinement 12. This entity is only dangerous when lights are flashed. The entity's anxiety goes up and he teleports to whatever made the light and will viciously attack it. So no more pictures, I guess. Michael Stoves, 1989. Entity number 14, Dark Tentacles, located confinement 5. This entity can stretch their tentacles as far as 42 miles. The tips are razor sharp too, so look out. We're also kind of worried about the window on his door. Michael Stoves, 1980. Entity number 15, Iceberg, located South Indian Ocean. Get it? An iceberg with an I? Iceberg? I'm really not funny, am I? But this entity is surrounded by Anomaly factories, ships, and helicopters. You're also able to stare into its eye, unlike other entities. Michael Stoves, 1999. Entity number 16, TV Illusion, located confinement 16. This entity is kind of creepy. He just pops up on your TV out of nowhere. But don't worry, he only eats electricity and kills rats. He only attacks you if you intentionally hurt him. Michael Stoves, 1981. Entity number 17, Screamer, located confinement 14. This entity acts like a big baby. If one thing he doesn't like happens, he screams. But his screams are 4 times louder than a hand grenade explosion. So if you don't want to go deaf, make sure to feed him the right food, give him space, and don't touch it. Michael Stoves, 1972. Entity number 18, Azeroth, located confinement 18. This entity is mostly made up of crystals and strangely likes being behind couches and beds. The only reason this entity's danger is moderately high is because if it sees a human, he transforms them into crystals. Michael Stoves, 1983. Entity number 19, Smoke Horse, located confinement 17. This entity is honestly kind of odd. He only eats burnt logs in his diet and also has smoke coming out of his body. We don't know where it came from, but he shows no harm. Michael Stoves, 1991. Entity number 20, the Death Tomato, located confinement 21. This might look like a normal tomato, but if you're left alone with it for too long, it starts floating and you start to see hallucinations, such as your fears, dark figures, dead bodies, etc., until you die of anxiety. Michael Stoves, 1972. Entity number 21, Branchy, located confinement 19. This entity is basically a 2-legged creature with branch tentacles. He does stab you with his branches if you look away from him, kind of like Peekaboo. Michael Stoves, 1990. Entity number 22, Tungius, located confinement 20. This entity / human is very odd. He's part entity and human. He's mostly human, so we give him some free access. But if his anxiety goes up, he becomes an entity with a 30-foot-long tongue, killing everything in sight. Michael Stoves, 1996. Entity number 23, Dust Bunny, located confinement 24. This entity is just like the Doers but different. It is not a species, and they're made up of the dust you usually find on our furniture. He doesn't like light though, so if you want to pet him in a dark space. Michael Stoves, 2001. Entity number 24, Scribbles, located confinement 25. This entity is a little odd. He just stands and smiles all day while we feed him pens and pencils. But if he sees pencil or pen marks, sometimes he can just scribble them off with his mind, like telekinesis or something. Michael Stoves, 1998. Entity number 25, Chainsaw Man, located confinement 23. This entity is just a human with a chainsaw head, and he is very psychopathic. We have a metal door so we can't cut it down. This thing will also kill anyone in sight. Michael Stoves, 1979. Entity number 26, House Devil, located southeast Italy. This is a house, but the insides are made of flesh. It is also alive, too. It is highly protected by the Italian military, but if you somehow get in, it becomes a normal house. Then you slowly get crushed by walls of flesh. Michael Stoves, 1977. Entity number 27, Acid Fly. Located confinement 27. This entity is very harmless as long as you don't touch it or freak it out. The only major issue we have with it is it can creak under the door and harm us. Michael Stoves, 1989. Entity number 28, King Wasp. Located confinement number 29. I have schizophobia. I don't really know how to pronounce that. So this one freaks me out. We give him 150 pounds of nectar and honeydew per meal. Make sure you never let him sting you. He injects 25 pounds of venom per sting. That instantly kills you. Michael Stoves, 1980. Entity number 29, Smiley Spider, located confinement 30. This entity actually freaks me out a bit. He just sits there and does nothing, so you have no idea what he might do next. He could rip you into pieces or be chill. He has never attacked anyone, so that's good. Michael Stoves, 1982. Entity number 30, Watching Man, located confinement 28. This thing should not be on Earth, but it is. Anyways, this thing has 48 eyes and it's never attacked anything, but it was first discovered killing a bobcat, so it might attack. Michael Stoves, 1982. Entity number 31, Melted Chest, located confinement 26. This entity is so weird in my opinion. It eats something gold and / yellow, and it just opens its mouth filled with gold, then opens its second mouth inside its mouth and eats it. But he does lunge, so be careful. Michael Stoves, 1987. Entity number 32, Mount Velmate, located West Washington. This mountain is basically an 11,132 foot monstrous human, but in a mountain. It wakes up and goes to sleep like a routine, but his danger can vary. If you're far enough from it, you're good, but if you hike it, say goodbye. Michael Stoves, 1989. Entity number 33, Shadownado, located confinement 34. This entity does no significant harm. Oh my god, I can never read that. Just don't let them out of their confinement, for obvious reasons. The only way he attacks is if you have an opening of your body exposed. Michael Stoves, 1977. Entity number 34, Sawman, located confinement 32. This monstrosity will only be calm around dead organisms, which is weird to me. It kind of reminds me of Entity 8, number 8. Anyways, if you want to be near this thing, play dead, I guess. Michael Stoves. I don't know the name. Entity number 35, Bloody Radio, located confinement 36. I'm not sure how this entity got a whole damn speaker in its mouth, but all we know is he plays music based on his mood. He adds quite a vibe to his confinement. Michael Stoves, 1983. Entity number 36, Ghosthead, located confinement 35. This guy is very weird. If you're in his confinement, he'll open his mouth and go up to your face. If you have food, he'll eat it, but if you don't, he eats you. This is because he's always starving no matter what. Michael Stoves, 1975. Entity number 37, Red Lady, located confinement 38. This entity really reminds me of my daughter's drawings. Anyways, this entity is actually pretty chill. She walks, she talks, she's basically a 4-year-old drawing come to life. Michael Stoves, 1985. Entity number 38, Infectors, located confinement 37. All these guys ever want to do is infect everyone in sight with its goo. It's kind of dangerous going near it. They attack everything near them. It also sheds its skin like a snake, so it's hard to clean up. Michael Stoves, 1999. No, more entities will probably show up in the future. Another quote from Michael Stoves. You wanna see an entity that you never seen before? Well, don't need to worry. Just go to the Anomaly factory.